Come on! Well, welcome everybody. It's Johnny on Fire. We're back again in front of the wood fire oven in my kitchen. I'm so glad you joined us today. Delta Keeney with me from Windswept Meadows Farm. How are you?
Fine, thanks.
You brought something good for us today.
I did.
What'd you bring?
I brought a flank steak from one of our federally inspected beef cows. I brought corbaci peppers as well as yellow marconis. And I also brought some red onion and some white onions.
Well, we're going to make one of my favorite foods on a winter night to make, and that is quesadillas. We're ready to get started?
I am.
All right, so first of all, tell me about Windswept Meadow Farm.
So we are a 3-generation farm, been in the family since 1908. We actually are open to the public. We sell federally inspected beef, meal-sized packages. We sell whole and half chickens. We sell turkey year-round as well as fresh turkeys for Thanksgiving. We have an inspected kitchen, so there's always a nice selection of homemade jellies and jams and baked goods in our milk house, which kind of serves as my girl cave, and I sell all my craft items and all of our Christmas wreaths and all of the things my neighbors make to sell to the public.
What is your location?
We are located on Zora Road, which is right off Route 12 outside of Burville. And we're on the road that connects Burville to Rodman. And we have a really nice roadside vegetable stand out there, all self-serve during the summer months. And like I said, we just love to have people stop in and visit us.
Well, I think we're going to do some cooking here.
I think that's a great idea.
We're going to take advantage of this beautiful flank steak. And of course, this cut works good for what we're doing, right?
Absolutely.
Also great for,
Oh, you can stuff them and roll them. You can marinate them and grill them.
And of course, the vegetables, I know you pulled them out of the root cellar for us.
I did.
What's a root cellar?
Okay, so a root cellar is located, in our particular case, under the kitchen. It was something my grandfather actually dug by hand. It has dimensions of about 16 by 16. It's all stone wall, dirt floor, and it allows me to keep onions from fall until just about March. I can keep apples, cabbage, potatoes, carrots, beets. I don't have to can them, I can just put them down there.
I love this. I'm going to grab our cast iron because we're going to sizzle up this flank steak. So like anyone out there at home who wants to cook a great steak, cast iron is the best. I suggest it. And you're going to want to preheat it so you can get a nice char. Okay, so whether you're cooking on your stovetop at home, your barbecue grill, or even on a wood fire, get that thing fired up. Now, while that's firing up, let's put a dry rub on this flank steak.
Okay.
Right? So we're going to move some of these over here so we can focus. Okay. All right. I put together a little rub. All right. Some garlic, some cumin, some sea salt, and a little bit of Cajun foreplay from Dinosaur Barbecue because, well, we want to add a little bit of little heat, little pizzazz. So tell me a little bit about your farm. Is it important that people buy from local farms?
Absolutely. It allows us to make a little extra income in a very difficult market. Our farm it's been in our family since 1908, and we're pretty diversified. Actually, right now we're selling USDA inspected beef, meal-sized packages. We sell whole and half chickens that we raise at the farm. We sell turkey year-round. We actually do fresh turkeys for Thanksgiving. And we have a roadside vegetable stand in the summer where we sell all our garden products.
Zora Road.
Right on the Zora Road between Rodman and Burville.
We're prepping our vegetables for our quesadillas.
Yes, we are.
We're going to saute them. And I can't wait to put the steak in. I want to put it all in together. I want to put the flank steak and the veggies in together and see what happens.
It can't be bad.
It's not going to be bad. Absolutely.
Can't be bad.
It's not going to be bad at all. All right, so as far as where people would come to get your products, these local meats and vegetables, they come right to the farm, or are they available for retail?
They come right to the farm. We're pretty informal, but we have everything available. We have 9 freezers up and running, and our little milk house it used to be a milk house, next to the barn. We have a refrigerator set up in there, so it's self-serve. They can come in and get eggs at any point in time and leave money in a basket. And there's always baked goods in there and homemade candy.
I love this.
And
I
then-
love this. This is the way to shop, guys. Right to the farm.
Yeah,
You want
and
to talk about farm to table? That's what you're getting.
That's exactly what you're getting. And then they can reach in the freezer of that little refrigerator and help themselves to 1 pound packages of hamburger.
All right. Let's help ourselves to this cast iron skillet, and we're gonna drop this steak and these veggies in,
Okay.
and then we're gonna let it cook, and then we'll talk some more.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
All right, so let's do this.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a little
Sure.
glove. This is very hot, so I'm gonna need 2 gloves. All right. Now don't fear, guys, I can put this on the counter. I was scared to death the first time I did it.
I would be too.
Right?
Right.
It is granite, it is stone, so it doesn't conduct heat. Okay, you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, here's the flank steak, and oh,
Perfect.
okay, and put our veggies on. Okay, we're gonna cook it whole, and then we're gonna slice it for our quesadilla. Let's get it in the oven. So while that cooks, and we're getting ready for these great quesadillas,
Yes.
let's talk about the difference between fresh meat and processed meats.
Okay. So at our farm, we sell federally inspected Angus beef. And with each new customer, there's an educational process that's involved. The meat that we sell at the farm, although it's flash frozen, cryovac, it still doesn't contain the additional chemicals and water that the processed meat that you buy in the store has. So therefore, the meat that we sell has not had any moisture added to it. So you're working with the natural meat. The meat you buy in the store actually can have up to 24% water added.
And sodium.
And
who
sodium,
knows what,
exactly.
right?
And the part about that is you're actually paying for that. So when you come to the farm, you buy a frozen piece of meat. The educational part is, like, if you're going to use these steaks, you need to thaw them in their own package so they absorb the frost that makes them tender. Roasts actually are best if you start them frozen. If you want to pan-sear the outside and season them, fine. So there's always an educational portion. As far as the poultry, the meat has a whole different texture. It's not dense. Sometimes in the past, when we used to buy a turkey, it felt rubbery kind of, So this meat actually steams. And it's a totally different texture. So there's like a whole turkey for myself, for my family, a 28-pound turkey of ours, I can cook in 2.5 hours versus that whole 20 minutes a pound.
Sure. Okay, so let's talk about the fact that you participate in something called a CSA. What is that?
Okay, CSA stands for Community Supported Agriculture.
Okay.
It's where the community as a whole reaches out to a farmer and provides them with extra income by buying a garden share. In our case,
Buy a garden share?
You do.
So it's like crowdfunding for those of you
exactly.
modern terms, right?
Sure. So the garden share, like in the Hudson Valley, they call it subscription farming because
Okay.
it's so much like buying a magazine subscription. You pay up front, you get it at a specific time, but it's like a magazine. You never know what the articles are going to be. So when you get your bag of vegetables, you never know what's going
It's
to be.
whatever got harvested or picked that
It's
day.
whatever in season, and
Okay.
it's fresh. And it's the glorious part of it is there's no chemicals, there's no modification. Some of the vegetables are ugly, but they taste great.
The ultimate farm to table.
That's it, exactly.
And people can contact you about getting this
They
subscription.
can. It's under Miracles by the Acre, CSA, and it's on our website for Keeney's Windswept Meadows Farm.
Okay.
And we have 7 growers. So by allowing us to have 7 growers, we have less chance of crop failure. So the variety is great. We have one grower that does raspberries. We have broccoli and eggplant and cabbage and just it's on
Essentially, it's like the farmer showing up with a basket of goodies, whatever's
Exactly.
fresh from down the road.
That's right, that's
You
right.
ready to make some quesadillas?
We are.
I'm ready to make some quesadillas. I'm getting hungry. All right, let's do this. All right, let's get this out. All right. Oh my God, look at this beautiful meat. Oh, wow. All right. Time to cut it up and make
Yes.
some quesadillas.
Absolutely.
So, you told me you have a lot of crock pots at the farm?
We do. We have 9 of them. Absolutely.
And what do you make there?
Absolutely everything, because we're in the field all the time, so we just line them up.
Okay.
Oh, that looks great. You did a good job.
Yeah, did a good job.
Nice. Yeah. Nice and tender.
You gotta, I've learned you gotta use that thermostat. That thermometer, rather. All right, so I don't want to make this beef the pieces too thick.
Right.
'Cause this is quesadillas after all. Now we've got an assortment of toppings that I put together. A little spinach, because I thought,
Make it healthy.
you know what?
Sure.
Put some green in there.
That's right.
All right, so this looks delicious. We're gonna cut these in half. Oh man, can I snake a piece? Man, that's delicious. All right, so we're each gonna build our own quesadilla.
Okay.
You build in the pan.
Okay. Thank you.
A few pieces for you.
Okay.
Let me know if you need more.
Nope, that should be
And
fine.
then we've got some great toppings
Sure.
over here. So what are you gonna start with?
I'm going to start with the spinach, actually,
Okay,
and then I will use some of the peppers and the onions from the pan.
okay. Here, let me help you with that.
Sure. That'd be great. They caramelized really
They
nice.
really did. Okay, so the peppers.
I like using the colored peppers. It gives it just a little extra color. And with the greens, it looks great. Perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
And I think I'm going to put my salsa inside.
So we are going to try 2 ways to cook inside the wood-fired oven. We're gonna cook inside the cast iron skillet and see how that works. And we're gonna cook right on the hearth of the oven. So this is exciting. You said you're worried I'm gonna cave it in.
I am.
I'm gonna drop it
Drop
on
it
the
on the
floor.
floor. I feel better now that the pan's under it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going cheese.
Right?
Okay. And I'm going a little spinach. And then can I do more cheese? It's my kitchen.
You can do anything. Yeah, absolutely. It's all about.
And then I want some of this sauce that I whipped up here. It's a little jalapeno, so it's got a little
Nice.
spice to it. Ooh. And then I could put salsa on, but I think I'm just gonna go with the sauce.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna close it up.
And I'll take a lid for mine
need
as
a
well.
lid?
Yes,
Okay.
please. Thank you.
Exciting.
Yeah, looks great.
Okay, so we're gonna slide these into the oven now. We're gonna start with the cast iron one. It's gonna go to the way back. And then mine. I'm gonna carry it over on the pan,
Thank you.
and then I'm gonna take it off and slide it right onto the hearth. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's see how that goes. We're gonna take the one that's on the hearth out first. See how it's doing. Take a look. All right. Let's look inside. Gorgeous. All right. Now the pan. Not a lot of room to put it down, but we'll try it anyway. Let's see how this one looks. These look really good.
I think they look really
Okay, let's cut them.
good. Okay.
First, the hearth.
Wow.
One for you and one for me.
Ooh,
Want to
thank
take a bite?
Sure.
I can't wait.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Okay. Mm-hmm. It's hot. Mm-hmm. I eat my food hot. Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's very good.
Next, what was in the pan? This was yours. Make a little room over here on yours. This is how you're supposed to eat quesadillas on a Sunday, or a Saturday, or a Tuesday. Okay.
Sliding apart.
Little crunch. That steak is unreal. We'll pull it apart, let you guys see. Whew.
Ooh, looks good.
Ridiculous. So good.
Really good.
So smoky, so good. So farm to table. I don't even have a napkin. But I will tell you this, I had the best time with you.
Oh, thanks.
Can't wait to come visit your farm. I got a napkin.
Thank you. Top quality.
And thank you so much for being here today.
Well, thank you for
Johnny
having
on
me.
Fire. Check out the Dinner at Johnny's podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. And thanks for watching.
Thank you.
We're having the best time.
It's so much fun.
Let's eat some more.
Okay.
I like yours.
I kind of like the finish on yours.